50,000 voices there in unison. Fantastic to hear. And Manapolking, ahead of this game, said this is going to be massive in front of a huge crowd in this magnificent stadium. These are the type of games we want to play in, and it will be a fantastic atmosphere. Well, he's called the Fox, Shin Tae-young, and has he made a few surprising changes there? He did say, look out for our lineup. There are 6 changes from the side that beat Brunei. That is not the surprise necessarily. The 4 survivors, the goalkeeper, Nadeo Egy Maulana, Rahmat Irianto, Asnawi, the skipper, and Mark Anthony Klock. He's brought back in the likes of Yodi Amat, Witan Sulaiman, Pratama Arhan, and Fakhruddin. Perhaps the 2 surprises that he might be referring to is Dendi and Yaqub Sayuri, with the likes of Ricky Kambuaya not starting today, and that perhaps maybe a few people might be wondering what's going on there. Rizky Rido, Noam Febriansha, I should say, Ilyas Pasujevic, Sadil Ramdani, Hansamu Pramata rather, and Sharian Abhimanyu are the ones who make way. What do you think?
Yeah, look, I think first of all, when I looked at that lineup, there's absolutely no way Yaqub Sayuri is playing up front on his own. It was interesting as well that Amat at left back. I think he's going to be playing more in a central defensive position. I was looking at that lineup as we have a look at Thailand here, but very quickly for Indonesia, I wonder if they're actually going with a back 3. We'll see how it goes.
Well, Indonesia made lots of changes, but Thailand, as we mentioned earlier, Roshan said he doesn't change too much with his clothing choices, and neither does he with his lineup. They are only making 1 change today, with Chanarong coming in for Adisak, and that's probably not going to be quite what it is, but it's an interesting one because he's gone with 2 exact same lineups, and today just the 1 change. So 1 change in 3 matches. Yeah,
it's the 1 change, as you mentioned. And Chanarong's an interesting one, a young man coming in, a young player coming in, and you know, he has quite a good bit of pace on him. Nice ability with the ball at his feet as well. I'm interested to see where he actually sets up here in this formation. You know, could he be playing alongside Terasin up front, just in behind him perhaps, or could it be Ekanet who actually drops in and playing more of that central role with Chanarong then moving out to the right-hand side? That midfield battle is going to be fascinating. If Indonesia can get to grips with Tiraton and Sarach trying to control the tempo of the game for Thailand, that will go some way in helping Indonesia, I think, have some decent control of the match. Klock and Rahmat Irianto. I wonder if Irianto is going to be playing in central midfield alongside Klock. So when you look at the lineup for Indonesia, when you look at the players involved as well, I wonder if there's a sense from Shin Tae-young of a bit of respect being paid to Thailand and the threat that they pose, they are capable of posing, and whether he's gone with a little bit more of a defensive side in that sense. They can still be, of course, attacking in certain phases, still get players forward, but with the players that they have out there, I wonder if they're just looking at maybe dropping into a back 5 at times. We'll see how that goes. I mean, but that's my sort of a best guess of how Indonesia are going to be setting up when I looked at that starting 11.
Yeah, Thailand get us going in. I was actually just looking at your setup here, which is obviously a little bit different from what we saw. And you had Asnawi in that back 3 with Yaqub Sayuri, who I think you're quite pleased to see him because he has merited a starting spot in a bigger game, as it were. You've been very impressed with him.
I have been very impressed with him. I think whenever he's come on, he's made a big impact, made a huge impact. It does look like it is still going to be a back 4 from Indonesia. We'll come back to it.
Here is Dendi for the Indonesians. And now Egy Maulana. Just got a little bit of a touch there. Witan Sulaiman, hands to his head. Kittipong has had possibly the least of any goalkeeper, any action that he's seen so far. He almost called into action there.
Yeah, so it is a 4-4-2, and the surprises that he mentioned, he's put Yaqub Sayuri into that midfield on the right-hand side of it, just ahead of Asnawi, and then it's Egy Maulana playing on the left ahead of Pratama Arhan. So it's a 4-4-2, Witan and Dendi up front, Klock and Rahmat Irianto in central midfield for Indonesia, and then the 2 in central defense, so Yodi Amat and Fakhruddin. So those are the surprises. Egy, we've seen him start the first couple of matches on the right, and then look to cut in on his left. This time he's playing on more of his natural side in that sense, not as that inverted forward.
Yeah, Egy, Asnawi and Nadeo are the only 3 that have started every match so far for Indonesia. been clearly the key players for Shin Tae-yong. Well, listen to that roar. There's a foul there. Negi Maulana.
Yeah, good start to this game already. But Indonesia get an opening down the left early on, and then Thailand looking to try and break through. Yeah, of course he's going to be waving his fingers at the referee.
Terrific noise, as you'd expect from this crowd. They like the start that their team has already put on.
It's interesting, Shin Tae-yong just swapping things a bit with that lineup, with the formation. And it is Ikanit who is playing closer to Tirasin up front. It is Chanarong who moves out onto the right.
There's Asnawi, captain of this side. Young man as well, only 23, leading his nation. There's his football in Korea. Just a little bit too much on the ball. Well, Rahmat Irianto looking for this man here, Jakub Sayuri, who's forced his way into the starting 11 today.
Yeah, and he's really shown his versatility as well. His ability to play on the right, can play on the left. And it gives Shin Tae-yong those options.
Terrific pace as well about him.
I think he's very comfortable playing in this right midfield role too. I watched him with PSM, loves getting forward so quick. It's good quality in the attacking areas with his delivery.
There's one man who's also impressed in this tournament, Bodin Pala, who has his terrific runs down that left-hand side, combines so well with Sasalak.
It's a clear bump in the back from Witanon, Tiraton. And already see very quickly Indonesia trying to get red shirts around Tiraton whenever he's in possession of it.
Yeah, Tiraton is the leading assist maker for this tournament. 3 so far. Playing inside, far more inside than he also does for his country. Does that for his club. And Manapoki was talking about that, how he had a chat with Tiraton prior to the tournament about doing that as well for the national team.
They're going to be interesting as well, just to observe Negi Maulana and how he fits in on the left of this midfield four. What sort of effectiveness he has on that side of the pitch. Having to do a lot of the work on the right here with Sasalaken, Bodin Pala, and the link up they have down the left for Thailand. Really good understanding.
Chanarong there.
Yeah, started off nice and aggressive, Indonesia. And quickly looking to close down these Thai players in possession. I wonder as well whether you get much of an opportunity to see Asnawi pushing forward, or whether he's sort of just been told to pay a bit more attention to the spaces in behind him and not to vacate his right back role too much. Leave a lot more of the running to Jakub Sayuri to get forward into advanced areas. Perhaps concerned with the fact that Bodin Pala loves to run into spaces in behind the opposition defence.
That's going to be a nice battle, that one, Bodin versus Asnawi. Here's clock. Now Rahmat Irianto. Yori Amat, freshly minted Indonesian international. And he's had experience, of course, in La Liga and the Premier League. A lot of excitement when he came on board. Now trying to force their way through Dendi there with that little run. Cross in from Egi Maulana. Oh, they're asking for a handball. Jakub Sayuri hit that confidently. It was a good hit. That's a foul by Asnawi.
Yeah, decent ball whipped in by Egi Maulana, and a nice run by Jakub Sayuri, making the kind of run we normally see from Egi on the other side of the pitch. He moves into the penalty area to attack crosses from the left. Just comes off his shin, and he's never going to get a handball for that. There's nothing wrong with the arm position of Kritsada. Where's he supposed to put it? It looks like it's come off the side of his body anyway.
It's a nice brisk start though, isn't it, from the Indonesians?
Yeah, they've been very aggressive off the ball. They've been quick to close down, and they're closing down together. Brave in possession. Let's try and create chances.
Now the man we talked about earlier, board in, Pala. Just showed a bit too much of the ball. Asnawi does enough.
Yeah, they're working hard to double up here, Indonesia. That's just because of how good Thailand, individually, how good they are in those situations. Borden with the ability to take it past a defender in those one-on-ones. There's a good chance he's going to beat his man. So you need that extra covering defender. Ekanet is well offside. Completely mistimes his run in behind. We just saw an example of that. There's Borden try and get into the penalty box. So now he had to come out and help Rahmat Irianto. Had to recover, I should say.
Borden wins the ball back. Ooh, that was a challenge there by Asnawi. Might hurt himself in the process.
He just played himself into trouble with that first bit of attempt at a piece of skill to take it around Borden. Was too smart for it. Just waving the referee off in terms of that question about whether he needs treatment. Just taking a knock from Ekanet on the follow through.
Thailand really haven't had anything like this kind of opposition so far in terms of intensity coming at them in this tournament.
No, they haven't. But look, I think this is again something they would have expected coming into this match. I'm sure it is something that would have been driven into these players.
Yes, Pratama Arhan, I haven't seen too much of him thus far. Too much on that one for the man in front of him, Egi Maulana. He's a man with high expectations. There was a video that's been circulating around, actually taken in September, of Shin Tae-yong training the under-23s with a stick in his hand and whacking the feet of his players when they're not following his instructions. It was taken in quite good spirit as well, but he wants things done in a certain way, doesn't he, Shin Tae-yong?
Interesting. I mean, I think there's a certain generation of football fan out there who would appreciate such methods.
Who probably feel that a number of players do deserve the old stick.
Having said that, I saw an ad that Shin Tae-yong was involved in recently for some kind of coffee brand, and he was actually dancing in that video.
He's got a fun side to him.
It was quite a sight to see Shin Tae-yong pulling off his little dance.
This was an Indonesian ad.
Yeah.
But that's interesting because that's how big it's become.
Yeah.
When the national coach is in ads.
That's right. You know, we saw it previously with Park Hang-seo in Vietnam.
Yes.
And how he became a superstar there and essentially was involved in that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing Park Hang-seo dance.
We've seen him jiggle around when things go his way. And you've mentioned, of course, that he's going to continue setting up, using that name of his after he retires as well.
Yeah, he's looking to Park Hang-seo after he takes a bit of a break. His contract is done with Vietnam. He's looking to take a bit of a break and then set up a football academy.
Oh, that's not a bad ball, is it? Up towards Tirasin. Looking to further consolidate his position at the top of the all-time scoring charts in the AFF Championship. 22 goals now. Here's Tiraton, his old buddy. He's been supplying those goals, many of them anyway. And just an example here where he can quite often be the very deepest of players. Sometimes he just drifts right up to the top. He's just everywhere, isn't he?
Tiraton, yeah. And again, he's sort of that link in midfield for them.
Nicely done there.
He's got that understanding with Saraj. You know, whenever Tiraton drops in, Saraj, number 6, then has to be that player who's further forward in midfield for Thailand. But Tiraton, when they are at their best, Thailand, when they're comfortable in possession, when they start to get into their rhythm, and they're a little bit more dominant, you see Tiraton moving out to the left, moving further forward. Yeah. And then, you know, creating chances from more advanced areas. So now, at the moment, where Tiraton is, Indonesia will be quite happy with that. As long as they're aware of his ability to pick out those passes, those diagonal balls out into wider areas. And again, just saw with that replay, red shirts around the blue as quick as they can. Doubling up, working hard for each other.
Here he is again, Tiraton. Wrong. Supanan trying to get that up to Ekanit. We've got the Indonesians right on top of them. This is perhaps what Philippines fans were wanting from their side, to be a little bit more proactive in that sense, closing down the ties. We really saw enough of that from them.
Yeah, not at all, but look, a very different game.
Look at the reaction there, Mano Polking, demanding some answers here. Well, he's not happy. Referee today, Mohammed Khalid from Saudi Arabia. The fourth official is obviously copying a bit of it as well. Assuming that's the get back into your technical area.
Yeah, I think he was he wanted a free kick taken from the right position. We saw one of the games, was it Indonesia game?
Stealing yards,
where the player was allowed to.
Yeah, by quite some distance. Now these are the kind of deliveries which can cause problems. So, not for a second there, I thought that they would misjudge that. You've seen better from Tiraton.
Yeah, it's good from Indonesia. You know, they pick out the timing of when to drop off well. Also, not the best of deliveries from Tiraton. Nadeo having his angles covered.
There was a similar position for that free kick for the opening goal against the Philippines. A wonderful header from Tirasin. There's Saraj. Thailand seeing a bit more of the ball at the moment. Chanarong. And now they come forward. Has that beaten the offside trap? Doesn't matter, because Kittipong saw the danger. Oh, it hasn't beaten the trap.
Yeah, just mistiming the run in behind. That's good proactive goalkeeping by Kittipong. That's what you want your goalkeeper to switch on. When you're playing such a high line, your goalkeeper needs to have a little bit more of an aggressive starting position. Needs to be ready for balls in behind that defense.
Lovely from Tiraton. Ball swung in. Supanan. Sayuri. Here's Asnawi. Lovely work from Indonesia. Back to Sayuri. Oh, that's a wonderful ball in, and Dendi's header. Well wide. No real power in either.
Yeah, quick, smart play by Indonesia. Working opening down the right. Witan just drops off and plays it into Sayuri, who's given that space by Kritsala. Forced to vacate his central defensive position to come out to Jakub Sayuri. Still can't prevent the cross from coming in. Good accurate cross as well. Finds the head of Dendi. You just see that slightly more defensive aspect I was talking about, and why I thought it might have been a back five at times with Jakub Sayuri. We see in certain phases where Thailand do have the ball, Asnawi actually drops in closer to Fakhruddin and Ahmad. Jakub then drops back here, and that's because of the positioning of either Sasalak or Bodin Fala, who are being asked to get in quite narrow as well in those attacking areas, and that just means Asnawi has got to tuck in to central defense as well. Let's just see if we can get a shot of what I'm talking about as the game progresses.
I mean, what's characterized a lot of the Thailand attacks in previous games has been down that left-hand side, the two of them combining so well.
And it's either, you just see the positions. It's either Bodin Fala who moves inside into a narrow position, or earlier it was Sasalak. So they do take turns just to ask different questions of the opposition defense. Let's just have a look at this here. This is what I'm talking about. Just take away your eye from the ball. This is that sort of back five in a sense I was talking about, with Asnawi just drifting in.
Yeah, and Sasalak is kind of drifted inwards, hasn't he? There's Bodin Fala. Here is Tiraton.
There we go again. It's that five with the four in front of them, as Thailand start to get a little bit more dominant in possession. Quite wary of it. You can see, understand now why Shin Tae-yong has gone with Jakub Sayuri and Asnawi. This is two players on the right.
Here's Bodin Fala, and then, as you mentioned, Sayuri also in those areas to help out.
It takes a lot of concentration and communication for Indonesia. You're tracking lots of movement off the ball. You've got to be switched on.
Yes, Supanan for Thailand on this right-hand side. Chanarong. Now Kritsada. Having to plot their way through here, Thailand. In the end, they can't do it. As Sayuri was looking to get that ball up to Witan Sulaiman. They start again. Supanan. And that comes off Pratama Arhan.
You can start to see now Indonesia dropping deeper and deeper. The Thailand getting into that flow of the game, the usual passing rhythm, putting pressure on the opposition.
Dendi doing his bit. Sasalak. Now Bodin. Oh, that's a lovely ball to Sasalak. Clock is in the way, it will be a corner.
That's a really nice battle. Down that side of the pitch, Sasalak and Bodin up against Jakub Sayuri and Asnawi. Nice bit of movement, interchange of positions just now between Bodin and Sasalak. Shaking off the attentions of Jakub and Asnawi.
Interesting, the camera has panned on two danger men. Tiraton to take the corner. Tirasin, will he receive? It's not him. On target. Panso wants to get involved.
Now it's whipped in with good pace. He's unmarked. I just feel he should get a much better connection on that. Indonesia, I think, get away with it. Just go to sleep with was it Bodin with the header? I thought it was Bodin Fala might have been at the near post attacking that.
That is Borden for sure. Here's Tiraton. Nice tight game at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's been very interesting from that tactical perspective. As I said, as now normally we're used to seeing him just bomb forward and get himself into those advanced areas. And it does, again, as I said, we're looking at that lineup, the selection and the way that they're set up. Perhaps a bit of respect being paid to the quality that Thailand have.
Yeah, effectively it's the man that many people thought would come into the side or return to the side today, Marcelino Ferdinand. And perhaps because of his defensive abilities as well, Jakub Sayuri, that's probably why he's been preferred, right?
Well, I think they understood that this was going to be a different game, obviously different opposition, understood that Thailand were going to have a bit more of the ball.
Horses for courses?
They were, yep, exactly right. Exactly right. Well, here comes something for Thailand to be a little bit wary of.
It's the Pratama Arhan throws, blowing his nose as well into that towel as he dries the ball, take any moisture off it, see if he can get as much grip on it as he can.
Putting a little bit of stickiness on the ball, perhaps.
Good luck with the header.
That's a nice image, yeah?
So, trajectory for you on this one, Roshan. What do you think?
Oof.
Lots of pace and power on it. Low trajectory, flat. Here
Lots
we go.
of pace. Oh, it's got elevation on it.
Oh, that was right towards the keeper, Kittipong. Ball in from Pratama Arhan. Oh, Egy Maulana with the header over the flag. Had been raised anyway. What a weapon.
Yeah, again, I mean, the cross is not bad too from Pratama Arhan. Delivered onto the head of Egy, off balance. Oh, a couple of Thai defenders around him.
But that's what that throw-in brings.
Yeah, you just pack, because you know you can get that sort of distance. And the pace of the throw-in as well.
Little nutmeg there from Supanan through the legs of Pratama Arhan.
Well, Chalarong was trying to apologize to Yodi Ahmad, who wasn't interested in any sort of apology, just got on with the game.
Here come Thailand with Tirasin. Now Kritsada. Thailand have to be patient here. Sarach. It's like a quarterback, isn't he? Tiraton, the way he's playing. Ekanet. It will be a goal kick.
See, the thing is, Thailand, we talked about their changes earlier, the lack of changes. They're not going to change their way of playing for any opposition. They're going to go out there and try and do exactly this. That's how they like to play football. That's how they want to play football. That's, for lack of a better word, Polking's philosophy. But you see sides sort of adjusted that. We've seen Indonesia with their lineup, with their setup, change their game a little bit.
Well, that was risky, wasn't it? Here's Witan Sulaiman. It's a great ball through. It's just too far away from Egy Maulana. Delightful work from the youngsters. Here's Pratama Arhan. What an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it is the right idea. It really is the right decision here from Witan to play in that sort of ball. Just puts it into the space. Ahead of Egi. Just can't quite get there. I mean, it's really the only option, the only angle available to him.
Lovely work. So Rahmat gets in there.
I was going to say, forget doubling up. There are two players in there. Borin still found a bit of a way through. Rahmat was there to close off the inside space. And you know how dangerous, how important an opposition player is when you start to hear him get those jeers from the crowd.
Clock. Oh, looked like he missed that. Jordi Amat has to send that back to his skipper. Here's Witan Sulaiman. Someone gets onto the ball. And now Clock advances. Maulana taking a more central position. Pratama Arhan. Still with Indonesia. Witan. Pratama Arhan with the cross. Kutsada gets it away just about, and as far as Dendi, who doesn't control it.
Nice following the movement of Tirasin. That's Fakhrudin. Everywhere you go, I go. Even though it was in the opposition half.
Tiraton is getting a little irritable. So to Dendi, cut it out. Him and Tiraton coming together there. Away by Pratama Arhan. Now Borin. Oh, wonderful work from him. Still Borin. Brought down by Asnawi. Asking for the card on the Indonesian skipper.
Lovely bit of skill from Borin. Then acceleration. Really smart play. Those are the challenges coming in from Asnawi, who just panics. Pokes it away from him.
Love how he puts both his hands in the air, even though that's it.
Kind of went with both feet as well into the challenge, Asnawi.
I'm not sure what he was trying to say, like with the hand, yeah. And then wags his finger.
It's the auto appeal. It's something I talk about. Footballers have this.
Default, is it?
Even when you know you've messed up, you've committed a foul, even when you know it's come off you last, you're still going to appeal to the referee. It's just, that's what it is.
Is that ingrained in all of you?
You just got to accept that fact.
Well, there's a very dangerous position here for Indonesia. Tiraton and Sarac standing over the ball. In swinger or out swinger? What are we going to get? You'd think it's going to be the senior man saying, I'm going to take this. In Tiraton.
Yeah, you think so. I'd probably go along with that.
Wow, Sarac, who probably should have left it.
Should have been Tiraton. Based on that delivery. I wonder if he was actually
going for goal?
Going for goal there.
Wow.
It's a bit of a strange one.
First half an hour for you. I mean, there's been a nice. Both sides have had their sort of chances. I think probably Indonesia will feel that they probably should, if anything, have the better opportunities, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Indonesia playing on the counter attack, and that's where they've looked pretty dangerous at times. They have had a couple of openings. We saw just a couple of minutes before this that pass from Witan.
Yeah.
Egi just couldn't quite make the most of it. Couldn't quite get there. But yeah, I think Shin Tae-yong will be satisfied with the way things have mostly gone so far. You're never going to completely eliminate the opposition threat, especially opposition of this level, of this quality. I mean, Bordin, even though he's got 2-3 players around him at times, he still finds a way through.
Yeah, he's been very good so far, Bordin Pala. The exciting thing is there's a lot of talent on both benches as well to call upon, as and when the need arises. Well, a draw for both these sides would be enough to see them through to the next round. And as Cambodia do something quite special, they'll both be on 7 points. Cambodia playing Brunei, they're expected to win that.
Well, Philippines would definitely be eliminated.
Philippines would be eliminated for sure. And then it would be Cambodia playing Thailand in their last game. The conventional wisdom is that draw is enough, but Cambodia have confounded the critics already in this competition by beating the Philippines, which is why they find themselves in that precarious position now. And they'll be hoping there's a winner in this one. Ideally, it is Thailand, because they still have to play Indonesia in the last round of fixtures. Yet another free kick for Thailand here. This time it is going to be Tiraton. Going across to Supanan. Tirasin. Here's Sasarak. Look who it is. It's Tiraton right at the back there. Everything seems to be going through him, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's that hub for them in midfield. Tiraton, deep lying playmaker. Extra man in possession when they try and build out from the back.
Incredible when you consider the vast majority of his career has been spent as a right back. Sorry, left back, I should say. And he's just fits seamlessly in. I know he does it for his club, but this is, he just looks so comfortable, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's such a good technical player. Obviously, got good technical quality, but great tactical idea of the game, awareness and understanding of what's required from him in the different roles. Very intelligent footballer. You know, he can play in those different roles and still be so effective. And it's something he was used to as well, playing when he was playing in Japan.
He did often drift
inside. You know, he'd start as a left back, but in those phases of possession, he would move infield and play as a central player.
Sarachuyan here for Thailand. Out across to Bordin. The crowd just upping the noise again. Supanan. Pansa on the ball here. Chanarong. Giving that one away. A serve Indonesia straight away. Sasalak. Indonesia just waiting for their moment. There you go. Here comes Asnawi. He's got a few options here. And he's not played any of them.
The first time we've seen us now, we get that far forward.
Yeah.
Just had his options shut down. And then overplayed the pass into Witan. Thailand as well, I think they'll be pretty happy with the way things have gone so far. You know, they coming away from home, up against determined, hard-working opposition. They've had their opportunities as well. And for the most part, they've kept Indonesia in their own half.
We just saw the attempts so far, 3-1 in favour of the Indonesians. It's been short on opportunities thus far this match. Here's Ekanet, just drifted onto this right-hand side for a bit where he's been playing the previous two matches. Oh, we saw something similar here. How has he missed that? What a chance there. Witan Sulaiman threw on goal, took the shot early.
Oh, two massive errors there. One from Kittipong here. Not quite sure what he was doing, taking so much time on the ball, and then he's just been bailed out. The second error was here from Witan. Was he just far too casual with the finish?
He was peeling away already.
Oh, have a look at that. He knows how big a miss that was. What an opportunity for Indonesia.
Well, just in the last game, Hansamu had a huge miss right in front of goal. I mean, where are you putting this in terms of that one?
See, I wonder if someone's going to do a little bit of a ranking thing now and try and figure out who's had the worst miss, whether it was Hansamu or Witan with that there.
Wow.
And the context of the game as well. This is bigger in that sense.
And that was an identical goal, by the way, in almost every aspect. Shawal Anwar scoring against Cambodia, Laos, and it was Kyo Don who also did what Kittipong did there, which was inexplicable. Now he'll be absolutely desperate to try and make up for it.
Chance to make amends for that. Again, the first touch on this occasion from Witan was poor, but they almost got in behind once more.
But he was through. He had time. He could have advanced further.
Yeah, he could have. But look, I mean, once you get past the goalkeeper, you've got the whole goal to sort of aim for.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those so difficult to explain how he's actually missed that. Maybe he was too casual with the finish. He can see the funny side of it.
Certainly the regional media had a big laugh at Hansamu. They were comparing him to a big star on the national stage, Darwin Núñez, for a miss he made earlier in the season. But
you know, it happens to the best of them. I've seen a few comparisons with Cristiano Ronaldo as well, who had a miss like that for Manchester United, I think. His first spell with the club.
I'm not sure how much that's going to make someone feel better, but yeah.
The thing is, Hansamu can say I was a centre-back, so I was making a clearance just in the wrong penalty box. But
that sounds like you're kind of you're thinking Witan's is worse then.
I think in the context of the game, the context of who they're up against, you know.
Shot is charged down. Yeah, I mean, certainly to be able to take the lead against Thailand.
You know, when Hansamu missed his, it was 2-0 against Brunei.
Yeah.
And Indonesia were really dominant. 10-man Brunei team. It's a game they were going to win anyway.
Here, you have to take your chances up against Thailand, right?
And how often do you get chances like that in any game of football?
Kittipong, I'm not sure what he was thinking, especially after Kyodon tried the other day.
It just looked like, you know, two big mistakes, right? Kittipong with that, and both both players, the goalkeeper and Witan, both look far too casual.
Yeah. Talk about the biggest of let-offs there.
And what was strange was there was this moment of silence almost when he had that opportunity. I don't think anyone sort of expected that to happen.
No. Well, that's a man, as I said, who's barely been called into action, and sometimes you've seen that with goalkeepers, right? Who haven't had anything to do. Normally the context of a single match.
Yeah.
But he's had this over almost 2.5 matches now.
Yeah. Was it against the Philippines? He didn't have any saves to make for about 62 minutes.
Yeah. And then had a couple of relatively easy ones.
Yeah.
Almost 70% of the ball at the moment, Thailand. Still not able to make any inroads. Here's Pratama Arhan for Indonesia.
Yeah, Chanarong just seems to be struggling a little bit. I don't think he's had as much of an influence in this game as he would have liked. Oh, Sir Paul King would have hoped, perhaps.
Yeah, but given his chance today, isn't he, the 21-year-old? I just wonder what might happen to start the second half. Still just a handful of caps for Chanarong. Now, the Pratama Arhan throw-in. You'll think he'd vary it, maybe. Just the last one was high and handsome. Let's see this one. It'll be low and threatening, full of pace. Let's see what he does. Much closer to the goal this time as well.
Yeah, I think there was enough of a warning given by the referee just before the throw-in was taken, telling the players he had his eyes on them. Having said that, I can't quite see what was wrong with what Yori Amat was doing. Didn't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, that's why Amat's he's just being told to shut up as well.
That's captain telling you to keep quiet.
Here's Bonipala. We're into the final minute of this first half. He's just trying to charge down Kutsada. Wasn't the best of back passes, Nadeo's there. Now, oh, that was a foul, given as a foul. Chanarong. And look at the position in front of him of Tirasin. It was great, could have been set free there.
Oh, really, I mean, it's just such a soft one. Again, it's not one I saw too much wrong with.
Livening up again in the final minute of play. We're going to scratch that last Pratama Arhan throw because the whistle went very early on. So let's see what he decides. He's gone for 2 high ones so far. We've brought in some of the big guns here. Kittipong got something on it. I'm not sure exactly where the foul was. Yoriyama again looks bemused by this.
Again, I mean, he's just holding his position. Maybe there was a bit of an arm into the back of Sasalak. Maybe that's what he spotted. There was certainly nothing wrong with the first one that he blew his whistle for. And I think
this is the point.
I think Shin Tae-yong's making the point there that you know, it's twice now where he hasn't seen much wrong with it.
So we've had that first half, no goals so far. One of the very few, I think, that has come to the end of the 45 without a goal thus far.
Yeah, but it's been quite an intriguing first half of football. You know, just as the way the two sides have set up and how they've gone about it in this match. Indonesia will feel
Players back on the pitch here at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium in Jakarta. Indonesia playing Thailand here in the AFF Mitsubishi Electric Cup 2022. We built this one up as a really big clash between two giants of the region. No goals so far. Who do you think would be the happier of the two coaches coming into the second half?
I think they'll both be satisfied with certain aspects of how things have gone in general for their respective teams. You know, for quite a bit of that first half, I think Thailand had good control of it. Obviously, Indonesia had the biggest opportunity, but that was a mistake from the goalkeeper, Kittipong. Thailand let off the hook with that.
Massively.
But, you know, again, I said, the context of it, them being away from home, playing against a fired-up side opposition who are determined to try and get a result out of this in front of their home fans. Expect a tough match, and so far in that context, I think he'll be pretty happy, Mano Polking, with the way things have gone in that first half. They'll try and want to add a bit more quality in the attacking areas in the second, and it looks like they have made those changes to try and address a few things.
Yeah, we're just getting that.
Does look like Sanrawat is the player who's come on for Thailand.
There you go, Chanarong, who you mentioned. Not really making the most of his opportunity. He's replaced Sanrawat. So Sanrawat comes on. See if he can add a little bit more to that attack for Thailand.
Yeah, a tough first half, Chanarong. I think the right change to make, bringing someone else in there. Interesting though that he's gone with Sanrawat rather than Adisak. Maybe it's a conditioning issue, a fitness issue.
Sanrawat has really not had too much time thus far.
I think from Indonesia's perspective, it's also a case of, you know, in the second half not dropping off too deep, not making themselves, you know, not putting themselves in a situation where Thailand have a lot of control, a lot of dominance in possession, so much so that they're forced to just drop off into their own penalty area almost. I think that's something Shin Tae-yong will have looked at address at half-time, play a little bit higher, try and put a bit more pressure in Thailand in their own half.
Veteran now, Sanrawat, 33 years of age, 30-odd caps for his country. There's Tiraton. You can see he was trying to play that up to Sanrawat. He was born in Pala. Witan Sulaiman there, who had one of the contenders for miss of the tournament in that first half. Here's Asnawi. Lovely play, Witan Sulaiman. Clock goes wide to Asnawi. Dendi in there. Still Asnawi. They're asking for handball and they get it. No argument at all from the Thai skipper Tiraton. It's a penalty.
Well, just listen to that roar. His arms perhaps out, extended away from his body. And the referee, once he sees that, really has no other choice but to blow his whistle for the penalty. One of the rare times we've seen Asnawi get forward.
And look what happens.
Good driving run into the area. Opening up for a shot on his left foot. There was really no argument coming from any of the Thai players. What a start this could be for Indonesia. Start to the second half, I mean.
Now, They had one gilt-edged opportunity. They have another one here. It's clock. And this crowd, just wait for that noise. He puts this in. Face a picture of concentration.
Bodin is doing his part to tell the goalkeeper where he thinks it's going to go.
He makes no mistake, Clark. He scored a couple days ago in their last match. He scored here again. Indonesia in front. Thailand have conceded their first goal of the tournament.
Well, the goalkeeper, Kittipong, went in the direction he was told to by Bodin, who was standing behind Klopp. But no problem for Klopp. A big penalty, big moment. Here's another look at it. His arms are extended away from his body. Tiraton. It is the correct call made by the referee. And that's really well put away. Straight down the middle. And this is the thing with defenders that I don't like when they're blocking shots. I feel like when you face up to a shot, your arms naturally are by your side, or you can put them behind your back, as we see a lot of players do these days. Yep. But when you sort of turn away from the shot, as Tiraton did there, then your arms tend to
go up anyway,
come up.
Right? Yeah. Do you think a yellow card is fair? Because that would indicate that there's almost an intent in there, isn't there?
I think it's a situation in there for a referee, because it's that shot at goal. The arm has come out away from his body. He's preventing potentially.
You'd think the penalty's punishment enough. Well, all that matters is that Indonesia are in front, and well, the cynics might suggest they should have been in front anyway by now with that chance for Witan Sulaiman. So either way, they'll be delighted with this.
That was well taken by Klopp, that penalty. Pure concentration, wasn't it, from him?
Here's Jakub Sayuri. Now, we don't want to get way ahead of ourselves, but in the last AFF championship, just a year ago, Indonesia were grouped with Vietnam. Those were the two outstanding favourites to go through. Malaysia was the other one. And everyone, the conventional wisdom had Vietnam finishing top, between Indonesia and Malaysia finishing second. They confounded the critics and finished top of the group, thereby having what was considered to be a slightly easier semi-final. Obviously, by virtue of finishing top, you put it place second in the other group. And as things stand now, they give themselves a really good opportunity of finishing top here. Still some way to go. They still have to play the Philippines. Thailand have Cambodia. Somewhere in the back of their minds, that would be a real bonus if they can avoid what it looks to be like Vietnam on the other side. Still, we're around the halfway mark of this tournament, the group stages anyway. I'm sure fans are playing out these permutations, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm sure they already are. The thing is, from Indonesia, as I said, for them, you wanted to see from Indonesia in the second half stepping up a little bit more, being a bit more aggressive, and that's exactly what they did. That's where they got that penalty from.
I suppose the idea may well have been to keep it stabilised and not concede in the first half. Here you go. They come forward again. Jakub Sayuri. And they were fairly solid, weren't they? I mean, while Thailand had much of the ball, they didn't do enough or much with it.
Yeah, not much in the way of, I think, real clear-cut opportunities.
Yeah. Here's Ekanet. Really poor cross from him. Not something Thailand are particularly used to at this level, being trailing. Going to be really interesting to see how they overcome this.
Thailand. Almost needs a bit of a reset here to get going again. It's a bit of a hit that they've taken.
Well, they conceded just the one goal in the group stages last time out. So they never trailed at all in the group stages. They have only trailed once in the last tournament, and that was against Indonesia in the second leg of the final. Indonesia opening the scoring through Ricky Kambuaya in the 7th minute. Thailand getting a couple of goals in the second half, but they were already 4-0 up from the first leg. Very, very comfortable. This is a different scenario for them, unusual. Here's Asnawi.
Referee's given that for a tug on Asnawi's shorts, but both players have had a grab at each other's jerseys. Benefit of doubt going Indonesia's way.
It's the goal scorer, clock with the free kick. Indonesia looking for a second and it's straight. Ketipong.
And it's not getting enough whip on it. Ketipong doing well to take charge of his area. Has that aggression, pressing higher up. Klopp, yes, he gives away a free kick, but a sign of just how much higher up the pitch Indonesia are in this second half. Looking to engage in more of these advanced areas when they can.
Here's Tiraton for Thailand. Samrawat. Now Saraj. Saslam gets it up to the danger man, Borden Pala. Things going nicely for Indonesia here. Maybe some frustration creeping in now for the Thais. Shin Tae-yong talked about hard work required today. Here's that penalty again. He felt that they had done their utmost to get to the level that he felt they were ready for Thailand. So it doesn't matter who scores the goals, as long as they do their job, playing the system that I want. He's been very happy with the work done so far.
You know this thing about, I think we're going to see Sadil Ramdhani come on for Indonesia, but this thing about just looking at Klopp's penalty, a player's hitting it down the middle, it's quite an effective thing. But you can keep your nerve.
Eggy is being helped off here. Eggy Maulana didn't see what happened to him. Well, that is a bit of a blow for Indonesia, and they'll be hoping it's nothing too serious and they'll be back for the next game. Sadil Ramdani, who had a good game against Brunei. He's on.
Yeah, a bit of a concern for Indonesia going forward if Egy Maulana, this injury is a serious one, because he has been an important player for Shin Tae-yong, one who tends to start matches.
Yeah, he started every game so far.
Yeah, on his Indonesian side.
Sadil Ramdani plays his football in Sabah, the 23-year-old. 50 more caps. Leo just smashes that away.
And just not quite clicking yet for Thailand when they do have it. Again, that pass from Sarak was a little bit weird.
Yeah, that just tells you everything you need to know right now about where Thailand are on the hour mark.
And it's just lost their way a little bit, lost their momentum.
Poking and talked about not underestimating the Indonesians, acknowledge their strength, their strong players. Mentioned some of them by name as well. Jordi Amat. Talked about Egy Maulana, Sultan Sulaiman. So a special mention for Marcelino, who is on the bench today. Here's Dendi.
That's gone the way of Thailand, has it? Interesting one. A free kick awarded to Thailand.
I thought it was a foul the other way.
Yeah,
anything.
I mean, looked like he had a hold of Dendi's shirt and then was tripped over by Sasalak Dendi.
Play continues. Pratama. Late challenge on him. Red card is shown by the referee. That's why there was a massive roar. Well, it's gone from bad to worse now for Thailand. Sunrawat has only been on the pitch from the start of the second half. Has to go.
Yeah, it was a bad challenge. It really was mistimed. I'm going to have to take a closer look at... Oh, that's a horrible challenge from Sunrawat.
He put his hand up immediately. That's not going to stop the referee, is it?
What's he doing there?
Taking
I mean, really, he's just let his team down. He's just come on to try and make an impact in a positive way.
Well, Diretto's come across all the way just to pat him on the back, but when you look at that challenge, Sadil completely taken out. Having seen that now on the replay and how bad it was, Roshan, in more gory detail, that's deserved red card.
Yeah, there he is apologizing to his bench. He knows he's messed up. Instead of being patted on the back by Diretta, I think he needs a bit of that Shin Tae-yong with the stick treatment for that challenge. That's a horrible challenge by Sunrawat.
It is a terrible one. Referee had no hesitation. Well, Indonesia, I mean, they're so well placed now. Half an hour to go in this match. Thailand are going to have to call upon every ounce of strength here to try and haul themselves back into this game. I wonder whether we're going to see any type of personnel change here from Manapolking. Dendi. A little bit of luck there to get to Witan Sulaiman as he kept that in. They're looking to press home the advantage here, Indonesia.
Yeah, they are. I mean, in such a good position now, Indonesia. Got that goal, playing a little bit more aggressively in their position, high up the pitch. Now with the extra man.
Here's Witan. Sasala clears. They're a little bit nervy at the back now, Thailand.
Yeah, it's really important now. This is a very important spell for Indonesia. They can't let up. They can't go easy. They need to put Thailand under pressure.
They'll take advantage of this nerviness that they have at the moment. This period of uncertainty. Here's Borden Pala. This is a real test of resolve now for Mano Polking and his men.
Yeah, it doesn't change much for Thailand in terms of the back four, the midfield four.
Yeah.
There's no player that's sort of been removed from those units. It's up front now. Tirasin's all on his own.
They've got Horomet, they've got Adisak. Can still come in. And have to sacrifice to someone else behind him. What will he do? Here's Sasalak. Ball up to Borden Pala. These are two sides that have had the most number of shots in the tournament so far after 2 matches. Haven't seen too many attempts today. Indonesia, though, have got that all-important goal from a penalty. Borden puts a cross in. Someone wasn't pleased. Sasalak now. We'll have a corner here.
Yeah, I think just players encouraging each other to stay focused, stay switched on. These set-piece situations, an opportunity for Thailand. Get themselves back level.
Cleared away quite nicely by Fakhruddin. Tiraton. Now Saraj. Teasing ball in. Is that going to be a corner? Yes, it is.
I think the last touch coming off Yodi Ahmad. There you go.
An in swinger from Tiraton. Hansa was lurking at the back post. Got another corner here.
That's good. At least he was alert to that. Dendi making sure he tracked the run of Pansa.
Focus there on Mano Polking, his next move. noticed these referees, the ones from the Middle East have come in to this tournament, been very clear on their sort of instructions and how they regard these set pieces and how they want it to be sort of carried out, aren't they?
Yeah, there's always almost the pre-corner kick meeting.
They're opting to just push that away rather than perhaps catch it.
He just wants to make his stance very clear, I think, the referee, what he's looking out for.
Which it's good, no?
Yeah, that's good communication.
Yeah. Supanan. Now Tiraton. Turn to the fullback. Ekanit.
Referees would do that thing as well, where they've already spoken to you, and you go on and tug someone, they're given a penalty, they can always turn around and say, hey, I told you so.
You were warned. Absolutely. Well, Shin Tae-yong has never beaten Indonesia, never beaten Thailand, I should say, as coach of Indonesia. He's had 5 chances to do so, 3 times with the national team, once with the under-23s, once with the under-19s. 3 draws and 2 losses so far. This represents his first real opportunity to do so. Witan, a lovely exchange of passes there, and Asnawi hits it over.
Very slick going forward on the right. Now they've got that extra attacker in a sense. Asnawi being invited to push forward with the advantage that they have. So you've got Asnawi and Jakob, who's very comfortable attacking anyway. Witan just peeling off. Going to cut back into Asnawi.
They've had some very decent opportunities today, haven't they, Indonesia? The finishing touch, not there. Here come Thailand. A good opportunity here. Ekanit. Nadeo pulls off the save, or does just enough. Rahmat clears.
Real danger for Indonesia. Quick break forward. It's a very good run by Supanan. He keeps himself onside. Receives that lovely pass played over the top. Good goalkeeping. Nadeo had to be quick to rush out and close down the angles.
Yeah, did well. I think it's the first real time he's been called into action here. 72 minutes gone. But this Thai side showing not to be trifled with. No, you recall Vietnam.
I was just thinking exactly that.
Great minds, Russian. Go on, you finish it off then.
No, I was just going to say,
you complete my sentences.
We were just talking about Vietnam and how even when they went down to 10.
You didn't know that, right? Didn't really feel it. Wow, this is an interesting move. Tirasin is off, Adisak is on. Wondered whether he'd try to go with 2 out-and-out strikers, but he's opted to take his main man off.
Yeah, looking to just still maintain the balance in that the back 4, the midfield 4. Fresh legs up front in Adisak coming off. Keeps Tirasin in a well condition for the challenges that lie ahead.
Adisak 2 tournaments ago, the top scorer in these championships. Not really had too much of a look in since then. Opportunity for him now. Tiraton. Sarach. Looking to try and apply the pressure here, Thailand. Now on the break, Indonesia. Sadil making the run. Will he get there? No, he won't. Ketipong, alert. This time anyway. Indonesia come back here. Rahmat Erianto. Yaakob Sayuri. Oh, he's come close on the volley. They have had a number of these kind of chances.
Oh, you came close, didn't he? Again, another beautiful flowing counter-attack from Indonesia. It all starts from Rahmat Irianto winning it in midfield, spotting that gap in the middle, driving through, carrying the ball forward. And the give and go. Again, right idea, wants to hit it across the goalkeeper, looks for the far post.
He's worked a treat today. Going to be a double change here. Ricky Kambuaya, who's very much a regular. He's going to come on, and so is Mohamed Rafli. It's Rahmat Arianto who goes off for Kambuaya. And Witan Sulaiman is replaced by Rafli.
Yeah, it's a good change to make. I think it can be perceived as a slightly more attacking one with Kambuaya on for Rahmat Irianto. Shin Tae-yong perhaps feeling it doesn't quite need that defensive presence of Rahmat Irianto in central midfield. Kambuaya will give you that box-to-box energy as well. He's comfortable carrying it forward through the middle of the park.
And here they come now, Indonesia. Got some fresh legs on as well. Sadil is one of them, the new man in. Rafli, excuse me.
Yeah, he's just moved into that central striking role. Dendi has moved over to the left.
He was a little bit ineffective, wasn't he, Rafli, against Cambodia in the first game. Leading the line. 24-year-old. It's for Arima. Double figures now for his international caps. Ricky Kambuaya, 26, plays for Persib Bandung. To his 20s for caps. He's seen really as a mainstay of the side. There's Kambuaya. Or rather, Yaqub Sayuri. Asnawi goes down. Asnawi quickly gets up.
It looked like he was fouled by DIRETTA.
Here's Clock.
Yeah, this is really good from Indonesia. Again, they're all over Thailand. There's no real sort of sense of wanting to sit back and invite that pressure. They want to be in control, they want to be dominant. Want to keep Thailand as far away from their goal as possible.
Done a pretty good job of it so far. Big roar from the crowd.
That's good work by Rafli. Closes down Sasala. It's just interesting the way things have changed so much from the first to the second half.
Absolutely.
And yeah, obviously the red card is a big moment, but before that as well, Indonesia's approach, the start of the second half was very different from the first.
The shackles kind of got loosened, didn't they? Regardless of before that sending off anyway, as you mentioned.
And for Thailand, that control that they had in possession in the first half suddenly just disappeared.
Here's Borden. It's good work from Yaqub Sayuri to help win the ball back. Yeah, they were quite happy just to have the ball here. No one really coming up to challenge for now. Asnawi. Adisak. Now Borden. Saraj. Takes a shot. It's found its way in off a deflection. Thailand have equalised against the run of play, you'd have to say as well. They're right back in this.
Well, that's right stroke of luck that they needed. The deflection taking it past Nadeo. But really, Indonesia only have themselves to blame for putting themselves in trouble like that. I think it was Asnawi that gave it away to Adisak. Credit to him for that pressure that he put on. It's taken a big deflection off Kambuaya.
Delight there from Manapolking. Sarachuyen. Oh, is there still more in this game? You just can't write off Thailand. It's only his 4th goal for his country in over 60 appearances.
That's almost come from nowhere in a sense, because as we said earlier, Indonesia looking dominant in the second half, and you think back to that goal, it was Indonesia that gave it away, put themselves in trouble.
They were in a really good position, weren't they? They've had chances as well since that penalty, not put them away. Got to do it all over again. They still have at least 10 minutes. Looks like Thailand are going to bring on Piradon. Whistle had very clearly gone. I think now Piradon is about to come on. A high boot there on Kritsada. Well, interesting now, Bornin Pala is going to go off. Piradon replaces him.
Yeah, good change to make. I think Manapolking now realizes that there's a chance here to take a point on the road in a difficult situation. Bringing Piradon in fully allows them to get a bit more control in midfield. You've taken off more of an attacking player and Bordin. Not that Piradon can't get forward, but he's more of a central presence in midfield. And good in possession as well.
Yeah, point is fine, isn't it, as far as Thailand are concerned. We can tell you, by the way, in the other game, because Brunei stunningly had the lead there. Cambodia are now in front 2-1. And it will be Cambodia-Thailand next. Now still, Adisak going strong. Asnawi was there, but so was Fakhruddin.
He's had a positive impact since he's come on.
Adisak.
He's added energy, he's added that fight up front. Helped to create that goal for Thailand.
It's just amazing how these momentum shifts. Incredible.
I was just going to say earlier in terms of red cards, and we were talking about Vietnam and Thailand.
Yeah.
If the two sides in this region, in Southeast Asia, who you'd still back to go on and get a result, even playing with 10. In this part of the world, it'll be those two nations.
Yeah. The difference was, we mentioned when it happened with Vietnam last night, that Vietnam for a little while looked a bit shaky, but otherwise didn't look too overawed by the situation.
It didn't. I mean, they needed a couple of really good saves from Dang Van Lam.
Well, that's a nice ball in, isn't it? Adisak, it's been a threat. Piradon came steaming in.
And again, Adisak, here he is, making a difference. Good idea. Really puts it into that space for Piradon to go on and attack. Well defended. But Vietnam, even in that set, they needed Van Lam just to go back very quickly to that. But in the second half, the approach, so refreshing.
Superb.
They went out and attacked Malaysia.
The difference here, Thailand looked uncertain and overawed for quite a while, didn't they? And could have gone 2 or 3 down. They rode their luck a little bit. And as you said, they got a big stroke of it on themselves to get that goal.
Yeah, I mean, Thailand and Vietnam, these two nations, just so good. It's almost as if the rest of the countries will say, next time please put out your strongest squads, but we'll petition for you to start matches with just 10
men. Here's Tiraton with the corner. I think they went out of play. Oh, they'll be so delighted if 10-man Thailand can get a point out of this in the GBK.
Yeah, here's another look at that. Asnawi is that sells his captain's shot with that pass, but Adisak, I mean, his work rate was really good there. He didn't give up on it, smelt an opportunity to cause a few issues for Indonesia. Played it back inside, and then the space opened up for Sarge to have a go at goal, and why not? I mean, there was nothing else really on for him.
Well, danger not over here yet. Pansa tried to clear. Here's Sadil.
A big stroke of luck with that deflection off Kambuaya, but hey, they'll take it. And playing with 10, you need luck to go your way.
Yeah.
That's not quite sure there was too much wrong with that challenge from Kambuaya. It was just bumped into Sarach before he won the ball.
Just a little nudge there. We're going to get further changes here. Here we go. So Marcelino Ferdinand is going to get a little cameo today. He was marked out by Manu Polking as one to watch out for. Got to get the old numbers right there first, I think. There we go. 17 is for Thailand. Ekanit is going off. Pratama Arhan, excuse me, Dendi is off. And replaced by Marcelino. There you go.
Just confirmation from Manu Polking that he's happy to settle for a point with Jakapan coming on. Slot into that back line. So it's going to be a 5-3-1 for Thailand now. As for Shin Tae-yong, he wants to go for that winner. Marcelino in with his creativity.
Adisak brought down by Jordi Amat. Adisak to take exception to that challenge.
That was a foul. It was
very clear foul.
Probably what happened after that. A bit of a knock to the back of Adisak's head.
Jordi Amat goes into the book.
Oh, suspension for him.
Yeah, that's now potentially a very big game. Actually, I'm just going to correct myself now, because if this ends 1-1, this rules out the Philippines, who will play Indonesia. So actually, that particular game, in terms of going through to the next round, has no significance. But of course, Indonesia want to win it to apply the pressure on Thailand, who play Cambodia. Whatever pressure they can exert. If that stays 1-1, by the way. And we'll just have to see how much added time the referee will add on in about minutes from now.
Mano Polkin getting involved with Marcelino. He's trying to do whatever he can. Shin Tae-yong is not impressed at all. There he goes.
Well, they spoke about each other in just glowing terms before, but it all goes out the window once the match starts.
Oh, it's a bit of a kick out as well from Fakhruddin. Quick apology after that. It's quite lucky he didn't connect with Adisak.
In some ways, perhaps a bit of a wake-up call today for Thailand?
Yeah, I mean,
cruising through this tournament so far, weren't they?
Yeah, to be fair, I think they would have expected a tough game.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't think they sort of came into this thinking it was going to be a stroll. I think, you know.
Shin Tae-yong, furious at the moment. Just give Sasalak a little pat on the back, but
yeah, it's just clarifying that he's more upset with the referee.
Yes.
Than Sasalak.
I have to say the Korean coaches are very good value for just observing their behavior on the sidelines.
Handball there from Adisak. Says he went down.
There's Tiraton.
You know, and to be fair to Thailand, you know, I don't think it was a case of them sort of needing a wake-up call. You know, they were impressive in their first two games as well, even though they were far better than the two sides they faced. But still, they played at really the right sort of attitude and a very good tempo. As Jakapan's given away the free kick for this foul on Kambuaya. And these moments where the quality really needs to come through. Whoever's taking this, whether it's Klock or Pratama Arhan, could potentially be either scoring the winner or setting one up.
Here we go with Klock, and it's going to have to take something quite special from there.
Kittipong had that well covered. And see it coming from a long way out. Comfortable save in the end.
Well, Asnawi had said in the lead up to this game they didn't want to disappoint their fans. Having seen almost the full context of this match, there will be disappointed fans, though, won't they?
Yeah, I mean, if it stays this way, I think it will feel like a missed opportunity for Indonesia.
Yeah.
Thailand will be happy, will be delighted with everything they've gone.
Of course.
You know, away from home, difficult conditions, playing with 10. Quite a bit of this second half. Having to come back from a goal down, they'll be delighted with this Thailand. But for Indonesia, it's an opportunity missed. You know, a chance to take the win against Thailand, put yourself in a good position to finish top of the group.
And avoid potentially what you would think is the best team in Group B.
Yeah.
In theory. Well, they rode out a storm, didn't they? Mano Polking will be delighted with that one. Just a few seconds left now. We're going to have one more chance for either one of these sides. Well, this was built up as a big heavyweight clash here. Manapolking, his side came here knowing that a win would put them through comfortably. They got a little bit of a rude awakening just towards the end of the first half when they probably should have gone down after Witan Sulaiman's effort. A penalty, a sending off as well, just after the half-time break. And it's 2 points missed for you, is it, Indonesia?
Yeah, for Indonesia, I think in terms of the context of the game and how it's gone, a bit of a missed opportunity for Indonesia. Thailand will be absolutely delighted with this. Still, in terms of the overall group, bigger picture-wise, it's a point more than both sides came in with. And you know, Indonesia at least haven't lost this game in front of their home fans, and they're still in a really good position to go on and progress from the group.
It ends here at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium. Indonesia 1, Thailand 1. It does, as we'll see the picture shortly in the table, what that means. Recriminations, post-match analysis amongst the players. They know they had a superb opportunity here to deal a bit of a blow to one of the pre-tournament favourites. And that hasn't happened, unfortunately for them. But Shin Tae-yong now got a bit more of a smile on his face. He can be proud of his charges.
Yeah, no, I think they put in a really good performance. Two different sides for Indonesia that we saw in the first half. One a little bit more concerned with making sure they were tight at the back, defensively secure. And in the second half, were more aggressive. They pushed higher up the pitch. They put Thailand under a little bit more pressure, and they got the rewards for that approach in the second 45. So, you know, I think he will be happy with a number of aspects of this performance from Indonesia. Not happy with the result in the end. And not happy with the fact that it was his own side, essentially, that put themselves in trouble and then essentially gave this win away.
Yeah, he talked about finishing in the lead up to this match and how he wanted that to improve. Perhaps on another day, that could have changed the results. His wait to beat Thailand continues. But Indonesia have played well overall here today, as it ends 1-1 between them and Thailand.
Indonesia lead with your goal in second half, but what happened after that?
I don't know, we dropped too much back. We start to doubt a little bit with the ball. We was not confident, too much in the feet. We should finish also the chance we have to be more clinical. And then yeah, if they counter us and you see the goal they scored, then of course everybody start to get nervous, and unfortunately we couldn't take the win at home, what I think we deserve.
And with this draw result, what is your expectation about for the last game against Philippines in the group phase?
Yeah, I think because we draw today, it's about goal difference, and they have one goal more than us at the moment, so we have to score in Philippines more goals to make sure we are top of the table, because this was our target. Unfortunately, if we won today, we will be first, but unfortunately 1-1, and we have to go on the next game to win with a lot of goals.
Okay, thank you, Coach. For you. You have scored goal in second half. Can you tell us about your goal? make the